Hi everybody, Christina Lukac with Usborne Books More, and today I'd like to share with you some of my favorite titles. The first one that I want to share with you is not a book at all. It is our learning palette. And if you haven't seen one of these yet, this is a really great way to teach your kids some different things. We have a math set and we have a reading set. So this is part of the first grade math set, and this is one of the cards from the geometry and measurement pack. What it is it basically is like a game, and my son calls it his math game. But what you do is you take all the different colored discs off, and then they're going to go around and they're going to work and try and match up the shape with the answer. So in this one, purple goes to sphere, so that's here, and the yellow goes with a cone. So they're going to go around, fill them all in. When they're done, they're going to flip over the card. Since this is a self-correcting learning tool, they're going to be able to see whether or not they got the answers right. So in this instance, they're all correct because all the colors match. If they don't get it correct, then they can go ahead and flip it over and try it over again, which is really nice. So like I said, there's math and reading for these, and you can interchange them. Once you get the basic base, you can get the different cards to go with it. So it's nice that you can continue to grow with that, or use it for different children in your home. One of my other favorite learning tools is our very first reading set, and this is a wonderful set for a child that's learning how to read. My son was at the point where he was starting to learn how to read, and he could read some stuff, but he didn't have the confidence to go up to the next level of book. So what was great about this is we started back with book number 1. It's a set of 15 books with a parent guide. So we started back in book number 1 for him, and we worked our way forward. The beautiful thing about these books is they're for the parent and the child. And they're designed in such a way that the parent is going to read the small text, the child is going to read the big text. As you move through the set, it's going to have more and more words for the child to read and less for the parent. By the 8th book, it's going to be you encouraging your child to read the entire book, which is nice. Another great thing about these books that you're not going to find in a lot of other reading sets like this is that in the back there are actually some reading comprehension puzzles. So this is great because you're going to make sure that your child actually understands the stuff that they're reading. So this one they're going to try and retell the story by looking at the pictures. Puzzle number 2 for this one is choosing the right word for each picture, and here is finding the words that rhyme. And each book has a different set of puzzles in the back to match the story. So it's a really nice way to reinforce all of that. And it comes in a nice box set, so if you have more than one child, you're going to have a nice set to be able to pass down to them, which is completely worth it. Okay, another one of our new favorite books is Lift the Flap, Computers and Coding. So if you're familiar with our flat books, you know that we have tons of fabulous flat books between our Lift the Flaps, See Insides, Peek Insides, Look Insides. This is one of our newer books, and what it does is go through the basics of what a computer is, how the insides of it all work, and then it actually touches on how computers think and how coding works, which is really great. A nice follow-up to this is our Scratch book, so it's going to teach you how to code with Scratch. I think one of our lesser-known nonfiction series is our Nonfiction Beginner series. I love these because the information is wonderful. There's beautiful pictures inside. It's got the bite-sized chunks of information, so your child doesn't have to read through cover to cover. They can go through and just get a little bit at a time. But there is a lot of great information here. And I think the most fabulous thing about these, they're only $4.99 and they're hardcover. So you're definitely going to get a lot of use out of these, and there's a wide variety of topics. We have all kinds of different discovery topics as well as animals, and you can definitely get a lot of good information from those. My favorite toddler book at the moment is Listen and Learn First English Words. If you haven't seen this yet, it's definitely something to check out if you have a child that is just starting to talk, or is working on that, or even somebody that's learning how to read. Definitely a great asset to have this. It comes with a set of 4 different cards in here. You're going to slide a card into the pouch, and you're going to press go.
My body.
So this is the My Body card. As you go through and push the one that matches the picture, it says teeth.
Teeth.
Okay.
Chin. Ears.
So what's great is your toddler or older child can sit down with us by themselves, and they can look at the pictures and hear the sound and make those associations. So if they're learning those words to begin with, it's going to help them to hear it and to learn how to say it. In the reverse, if they're learning how to read, they're going to be able to look at this word, try and associate it with the picture, and then they can push the button to reinforce that they know what that word is and how that's pronounced when they're actually reading it out loud. So these are definitely some good books to actually move on with a child, and it's not just good for a little while. Some of our favorite bedtime stories right now are illustrated originals. So these are wonderful. They're padded. They have a padded cover. They all come with a ribbon bookmark so that you don't have to read the entire thing at once. And these are really great for story time together. It doesn't matter how old your child is, you can always sit down with them and read. So my child does know how to read now, my oldest, so we take turns. So I'll read him some of this and then he'll read me part of his books. So it's nice to have that time together. And I love that you can read little bits at a time. And the pictures in these are really pretty if you haven't seen them yet. So this is the Wizard of Oz one. Another nice picture in here. But these are great, and it's good to go back to those originals. So these are unedited books. Okay, so it's actually the way that they were written, the way they were meant to be read. Okay, one of our great picture books is Jessica's Box. And this is a really great story about Jessica going to school and trying to make some friends. And she's not sure how to do that. So she brings a box with some different stuff in it, trying to figure out the best way to make new friends. And as you go through the book, you find out what she really needs to put in her box to make friends in the end. So I love this one. Great moral on this one. And I'm going to finish with my personal favorite activity book. And that is currently Colored by Numbers. So we have a fabulous line of adult coloring books, and they're gorgeous pictures in there, but for me this is about my speed, because it tells me how to color it a little bit easier. It shows me what to go where. What I love is that these are pictures that are good for adults. They're not just kid pictures. Okay, so these are all ones that I've done with colored pencils, and yes, I am a grown-up, but I do enjoy coloring by numbers. I think it's great to take the stress out and have it tell me where to color so I don't have to think about it. So definitely something that I recommend for kids and adults of all ages. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed learning about some of my favorite books and my family's favorites right now, and I look forward to sharing some more with you soon. Thanks.